What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chronicles on Tape. This is episode 13. Technically, it's 13, but it's like season 2 now. So it's season 2, episode 2. And no guest today. We're just going to catch up on normal shit. And I guess my co-host, as usual, is Yuta. So
am I a co-host now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not a guest.
That's true.
Yeah,
not a guest.
What's been going on lately? Oh yeah, we had our first ever Chronicles and Coffee meet this past weekend, which was a shining success.
I thought it was really nice.
Yeah, it was chill. Like, how many cards do you think there were? Like 20 something?
Yeah, like maybe 25 or 30.
Yeah, it's nice chill meet, no burnouts and stupid donuts and all that. I mean, we had donuts, but we ate donuts. There were no donuts of the vehicular kind.
It was a morning type meet.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like everyone was still half awake too, so it was cool to see everybody, though. It's always good to see the friends that I haven't seen in a while. Pretty
much everybody there we knew, and realistically, everybody was like, in their late 20s to early 40s, so yeah. It was cool.
A wide age range, I guess.
There wasn't any, I didn't see anybody with their phone out or doing anything.
That's true, huh?
Yeah.
Like, nobody Instagrammed anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice, peaceful, old school, throwback, grassroots type of gathering. So
it was I think it was closer to what you would see in a church lobby on Sunday morning than
yeah.
What a typical car meet, quote unquote, is considered nowadays.
Yeah.
So which is
cool.
good.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's quiet. I enjoyed quiet so much.
Yeah. And then anytime you have a meet that's that early in the morning, because we had a meet from 8 to 11? Yeah, we're automatically just tired afterwards, so I just took a nap for a few hours, and then I think you went home finally, right?
I went home and took a nap as well for a few hours.
Yeah, it was a nice solid nap after lunch. But, what else has been going on?
What has been going on?
I mean, I guess the last podcast was a little, personal and mildly, not happy.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really about...
Yeah, it wasn't about
what we have going on, It was more of hey, this is kind of what happened over the last 6 months and how we felt about it rather than what we've been up to.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, so I've been handling that the last month or so. My coping mechanism apparently has been spending money, so just random things just keep showing up in mail, like clothes and shoes and stuff. I just keep buying things.
What else are you going to do with money aside from spend it?
I bought car parts. I started doing more stuff to my IS wagon, which is pretty cool. So I don't know when Yasu's going to have the rest of my parts in from Japan, but I think he said he was going to ship them, so they should be here soon, I hope.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was going to bring them, but he said he was going to ship it, so I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I don't assume he would be able to bring 3 bumpers on the plane with him. So
I figure that means is they're probably going to get here with the next shipment of Exceed parts.
Maybe. When is that supposed to be?
Well, I'm already waiting for one right now. That should be coming in next couple weeks.
When did that shipment leave?
Oh, a month ago.
Oh, yeah, no.
So it's not that one.
Yeah, no.
For sure. So. But then it would be the next one, which I assume would be in 2-3 months.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess that car's not going to be...
It was fine, though.
Yeah.
It's fine as it is.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Put some 18-inch RGs on there and then lowered it on those Tanabe Revel coilovers. And the car ride's fantastic, so I'm pretty happy with it.
It's super comfortable.
Mm-hmm. A great car. And I guess you went and bought an Integra, right?
Oh, yeah. After blowing up the engine and or rod knocking the engine in my Civic that I was daily driving, I remember that Dwayne's parents, Dwayne next door over at our compound, his parents had a 94 RS sedan that they were trying to sell because the transmission was slipping and the AC didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So I went down to San Diego and picked it up for $700. It was $700.
That was the only thing wrong with it?
Yeah, those are the only 2 things that were... Well, I mean, there's a lot of door dings.
Just wear and tear, right?
Yeah, just typical
and the
stuff.
car just kind of sat outside?
Yeah, it's definitely been sitting outside. There's an unreasonable amount of animal hair inside that I've been just vacuuming and scooping out.
So only Integra from San Diego that didn't get stolen, huh?
I mean, it might have got stolen at one time.
They're not the original owner, right?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
They were the second owners.
And then you picked up the car from San Diego, and then you just kind of tore it apart right away, right?
Well, I drove it out here. First things first, it's automatic, so try to figure out why the trans was slipping, and it was just low on fluid. And figured out why the AC wasn't working, and it was just low on gas.
So the car was a steal, I guess, figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of those things where I paid their asking price, and
they just wanted to get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I guess I took the risk, and it actually somehow worked out.
Yeah. You're enjoying it, right?
Yeah, it's cool. It's very comfortable. It's still automatic, and just drive it every day.
What have you done to it so far?
Well, I figured I had to replace, I have like 260,000 miles on it. So
yeah.
The paint was it looked like chalk. So I went through and washed it a few times, clay barred it. The clay barring process was insane with this car. I mean, like, just the amount of contaminants it was pulling out. And after I had pulled out as much as I could, then I went and polished it. And the paint looks okay now. It looks, it looks like it has clear now. So,
The car didn't have any accidents, right?
Oh, I think it looks like the front bumper's been pretty beat up.
Oh, okay.
So maybe just like bumping into stuff.
Yeah.
But nothing major. I guess Dwayne's younger sister learned how to drive with that car, and she hit like a parking pole, so one of the fenders was pushed in a little bit.
Okay.
I'll replace that later. But yeah, I figured I would go through and replace all the bushings and wheel bearings and brakes and stuff. So if I was gonna do that, I might as well convert to 5-lug, and I did.
You already had the 5-lug, right? Or you went and bought that too?
No, I just bought bought parts, and then since it was already rear disc, there's like a little trick to just throw the 5-lug rear hub on it, and front is just the OEM part with new Timken wheel bearings, and just press that in, and
we got a press here now, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
And just threw a set of Watanabe F8s that we've had for a while. I think I originally bought them for Cam's S13 when he still had an S13, and then they've just been sitting. So just threw those in the car along with Exceed coilovers and
pretty aggressive sizing, right?
16.9 plus 20 in the front and 16.8 plus 25 in the rear.
Wow.
So I mean, it's a slight pull, but if it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rides
okay.
Good.
It rides really good.
Yeah. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Drives well. Rubs a little bit parking, but I mean the car wasn't really meant for parking anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can turn and stuff, so.
Yeah. I mean it does just fine, like on ramps and stuff.
What are you trying to do with that car later on though?
Oh, I'm just gonna like a simple car, like just similar to like what my last red EG was like, just kind of just beat on it and like drive it whenever. This one, I figured it'd be a good car to just when I need to go deliver or pick up parts, just take it.
This is your daily right now, but are you gonna daily it in the future?
No, when the Civics, when I put a new engine together for the Civic, I'll daily that, and this one will just probably be here, and I'll just drive it whenever.
Wouldn't this one be more reliable, considering what you're gonna do to the Civic later on?
Yeah, I think so. So that's why it's like the Civic is like by daily. I mean, I'm just gonna drive it to and from home to here, and then if I need to run out somewhere to pick up parts or materials or whatever, I'll take the Integra.
You're not gonna swap anytime soon, right?
I mean, I have a transmission for it. I have a B16 trans, and then I threw I got the 4.7 and the OEM LSD out of a Japanese ITR, like 98 to 2001 ITR trans. So it's I'll have a 4.7, and like I guess LSD is kind of a loose term because it's like the OEM ones don't really do much of anything, but figures better than nothing. And then B16, the ITR first, B16 second, third, fourth, and ITR fifth. So
you're gonna put down the engine that's in there now?
Oh no, hell no, that's a B20. No, I have a GSR block and an ITR head. I'll just throw together and put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think it'd be reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna keep the interior and everything in it, right?
No,
probably
not. Considering it's like I'm trying to carry as much as I can in the back. I'll probably just make panels to cover like the rear seat area, and just like so that stuff is easier to carry.
Yeah.
The idea is to be able to carry three tents, pop-up tents, because
Really?
they're 62 inches long.
Uh-huh.
And then so that currently fits. And then if I lay them across, then so that's why I mounted the seats where I did to make sure they're 62 inches from there to the edge of the trunk and all that. Or or like 2 sets of wheels if I need to.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty cool. The Integra parts runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like just a low budget, use parts we already have kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever call to check on how your engine was doing?
Yeah. I actually talked to them today.
Okay.
Apparently they've just been really busy, so.
Yeah. They probably do a bulk of the work for everybody's engines right out here.
Yeah, probably. It's cool. Like, I understand. Like, I can't bore and hone a block on my own or, do a valve job, so.
Yeah.
Gotta send that out, and it is what it is.
Are you going to put all that stuff for the Civic together this summer?
For this Civic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I have for that one, I have the B16 block and the GSR head, ITR cams, just stock ITR valve train. So as soon as that comes back from the machine shop, I'll assemble it. And I have a GSR transmission, and I also have a 4.7 final. So I'll throw that together. I don't know what I'm going to do about the diff yet. Might just leave it open for now.
Well, you're going to turbo the thing too, right?
Yeah, but I'll throw turbo. I mean, that one's going to be turbo because it's a 1.6.
Do you have all that stuff ready? You don't have the turbo yet, right?
Yeah, I do. Remember, it's the one that I originally got for Christian from Japan. The HKS.
The HKS kit. Yeah.
So
shit.
it's an old, small HKS turbo, but from what I understand, it'll allow me to like retain AC and power steering and all that. So
you're gonna put like a blow-off valve on there and stuff to make it sound all cool.
blow-off valve. If I do, I don't know. I'm not sure if it'll. I'm not trying to attract a whole lot of attention with it.
Yeah.
So I might just recirculate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, it sounds so much cooler if it had the blow-off valve on it.
Well, compressor surge sounds even cooler.
Yeah,
so.
But the turbo is so small though.
Yeah.
Not very big. So.
I mean, like a T28. I think it's based on a T25 or T28, and you can hear that plenty.
Yeah.
On like a SR.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. If I need, I know it's like a blow-off valve would probably make a lot of sense. It's considering, but like that turbo, it's like if it's still good, then I'm sure it'll last.
Oh yeah, because we don't even know if the thing's good.
It didn't have much shaft play at all. It looked okay.
Was it used?
Yeah, it's used.
Was it just like something that they were R&Ding, or why was it?
No, they just had it. I think like somebody probably bought it. It was an available kit like in the early 90s, early 2000s. So and I mean considering it's based on like I think it's a T28 flange, so I can just throw like a 90-old like S14, S15 turbo on it. It'll be just fine.
There's no like, you're not gonna do an intercooler or anything, right?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll have an intercooler.
So you gotta go buy that shit too then. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a certain company right now is doing a lot of development on intercooler cores.
Yes.
So
what are you gonna do about charge piping and all that stuff?
I'll make it.
You're gonna make it yourself?
Yeah, just like weld aluminum together, and then just make a downpipe to an exhaust. Should be fine.
Okay, and the turbo stuff has the manifold and everything already, right?
Yeah, that's really all I need.
Okay.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. Exciting.
I think it had at least a turbo elbow on it. So from there I just built a downpipe. Yeah, and then probably I don't know 2.5 or 3-inch piping to something quiet.
And then put it all together during the hot ass summertime, and then you're gonna blow the fucking car up.
Yeah, I mean it's just as likely to blow up as any other car I own. So
you're gonna have AC too?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, slightly higher compression and, slightly more aggressive cams with a small turbo. So it should be pretty responsive and make like a very linear 280 to the wheels, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Just enough to like keep up with M3s on the freeway.
What are you going to do with the engine that's in the Civic now?
It's blown up.
It's just like a blown up single cam?
Yeah, it's a D16 Y8 with rod knock, so maybe take the head off, give it to somebody.
So Dwayne's gonna buy it.
I don't think Dwayne would buy a head, just a head.
Oh.
Yeah. But the transmission, I don't know. I'll give it to somebody at least, and that'll give me a chance to like go through the engine bay and clean it up and stuff. I never did that with that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with the red car? It seems like you've been working on it lately.
The sedan?
Yeah.
It's like if I have like an hour or two to spare, then yeah, I'll just like go and like tap in a few rivets. Yeah, I think more than anything, I've been like moving it out of the way lately.
Yeah. I mean, is it like halfway through yet, riveting?
Yeah, I'd say it's further along than halfway. I mean, that car is really low on the priority list. So
yeah, it just seems like whenever you have free time, you've been working on a thing.
Yeah.
And then you put audio in the Integra too, right?
Oh yeah, I did.
That's working out pretty well.
Did like a very budget setup. So it's like I think it was like sub $400.
You've been spending money too, huh?
No, it's like it's a very very cheap audio system.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, just kind of try to, I guess, just prioritize certain things, and yeah, I think it worked out well. Yeah, it's good. It's good to. I think it was good to try to do it as cheap as possible and see how it turns out. And it's really not that bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, we have a lot of stuff coming up.
This weekend we have a whole lot of shit coming up.
Yeah, I gotta leave for San Jose like on Friday morning, and then head up there. I gotta go rent a car. I should probably do that tonight. So I gotta get a car and then drive to San Jose, and then Weekfest in San Jose is like a 2-day setup event now, because that's how it works for San Jose and LA this year too. So we'll be able to set up on Saturday and then do a bulk of like roll in, and then we could probably even do a lot of the judging that day too. So that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Sunday there's more room to like actually look at the cars and kind of experience the show and do all the judging. I mean, the rest of the judging. Hopefully we'll have a lot of it done by then, but I don't know how people feel about getting judged like the day before. Yeah, but it's pretty huge. There's gonna be like 540 cars, and then there's like 50 something vendors, which is pretty unheard of compared to all the other shows that we do on the tour. So it's definitely like the Super Bowl of car shows, as it's promised to be. Pretty interesting. But have you decided if you're gonna go yet?
I haven't.
But you are for sure going to VTech Club, right?
I have to.
Because you're like
that's like the we sponsored that round.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So what do you have to do?
Oh, I have to go for one. And like, you know, just set up a booth, and like we're making like, you know, trophies that are a little bit nicer than usual. Mui and Christian are making those. Christian's making the stands and stuff, and then Mui's engraving acrylic and putting it all together. Just stuff like that. Just basic like this one is presented by us, so we wanted to make it, you know, extra nice kind of thing.
Have you seen what it looks like yet?
What?
Like the design or whatever?
The trophy?
Yeah.
No.
You're just letting Mui do however she wants.
Yeah,
to?
whatever. Because like she knows way better than I do. Like, you know, she's the graphic designer. She knows all that stuff. So like, why me? I don't know anything about that. If I try to provide input, it'll probably just make it more difficult for everybody.
Yeah.
So I just gave her a budget, and I was like, if you could, you know, just do whatever you feel is best, that would, you know, that this budget would allow, then that's it.
Did you get the shirts and stuff done already?
I'm still waiting on that.
From next door, right?
Yeah, next door.
You're gonna sell? I mean, do you still have shift knobs to sell, or are they all gone already?
No, I don't have any to sell right now. Yeah.
So you're just gonna have a booth there?
Correct.
That's
the whole thing is like just like commemorative shirts. Like we'll sell that, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Did you have like a fancy logo design for this round?
Yeah, Steve Nakamura did this one again.
Did it look cool?
Yeah. I've never been disappointed by design.
What's the theme of the round?
Just NorCal versus SoCal again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah. Is there a lot of people? I didn't even know, huh?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like VTech Club is doing pretty well, so Dwayne's always fucking excited about it. So
I imagine it's probably, you know, what, like 80 to 100 people usually.
Oh shit!
Signed up. It seems like that's what they do every time now, every round.
It's gonna be like 150 degrees.
Yeah. Definitely not looking forward to that.
Oh my god. I mean, if you're already halfway up there, then you might as well keep going. It's probably not as hot in San Jose than it is going to be down here this weekend.
No, right. I understand. It's it's a matter of like
how busy you are.
Like if I have to help with like R&D for a company on like Monday or something, then I definitely won't. But I just haven't decided. Okay,
so after San Jose, I have Weekfest Seattle, and then that's like 2 weeks after San Jose, and then Yasu's coming into town, so
right.
That'll be nice. So there's somebody going to be sitting on the couch all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. So I think we're going to go to Seattle and then probably hit up Canada too for a day.
Nice.
Sounds pretty fun, right? Go to Vancouver and eat some fucking Chinese food and shit. So
Vancouver. I've never been to Vancouver.
Are you allowed to be in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Calgary last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how to get the booth stuff up there since you're not gonna be down and make that drive. I wouldn't want you to anyways. It seems kind of stressful. So I just ship the canopy. It can't be more than like $60. I don't think. Right?
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, we can check it later. We have the dimensions and the weight here. So.
Yeah, it's not like anybody's gonna steal a canopy.
Yeah.
So, and then for the Chronicles booth for that one, we're gonna have. Hopefully, we're gonna have that CRX that was originally from Hawaii, August Cascade's car, or
cool.
Wayne Denman's car. So that car's been coming together pretty nicely. A lot of pretty cool parts on it, and then it's a really cool backstory on it. But I'll wait for another time to tell you guys that story, because.
Can't you read about it on the epilogues?
Oh yeah, you could. But I'm sure he's updated a lot of stuff too, you know?
Oh.
Because he's actually putting the car together now. Because when we did that story on him on the epilogues, the car was just like a raw shell that was just like kind of painted. So now it looks like the engine and everything's in the car now. And he's like just slowly putting things together. So he still has some time though, so that'll be cool.
Oh, very cool.
After the Seattle thing, we have LA in August. So LA is going to be a pretty huge one. So... Are you going to do a booth for that? Or we never even talked about it with Ken, huh?
Probably not.
No?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No? I mean, I'll have a booth. So
yeah, you'll have a booth.
You can use that.
It's fine.
It's going to be at the LA Convention Center, so that'll be fun.
Good. It'll be indoors.
Yeah, so
Very
in
good.
LA in August, inside is the best, I think. So
yeah.
I don't know if I want to... I mean, Long Beach, it was getting pretty crazy over there anyway, so... It's better that they're moving it to LA. I don't know what they're going to do in the future, so hopefully the convention center thing works out.
I mean, the management of that Queen Mary place was crap, but...
They were fucking charging people $60 for parking, dude.
Yeah, I remember that. I think we actually talked about this last year.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But, like, at least the weather was always really nice there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, I'd rather be indoors with AC, obviously.
Yeah, hell yeah. Every time.
Yeah, so lately I've just, like, kind of been chilling out, you know, because... You know, my mind's still... I'm trying to, like, reset my mind and have everything, like, normal, I guess, as normal as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been watching a lot of Netflix movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I've pretty much seen every type of, like, independent, like, rom-com or type of romantic, like, dating movie that's on their fucking thing. So
Wait, have you watched every single Netflix original now?
No, I don't think so. That'd be impossible. There's so many bad ones that I can avoid them just by reading the description. So.
How many are there total?
Dude, there is a lot.
Like 100?
It's an extensive library, yeah. I mean, they only show you the stuff that they think you want to watch, you know?
Holy shit.
So I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of shit buried in there that nobody sees.
I had no idea.
But there's some really good ones on there. I watched one yesterday, so a little bit of a tearjerker, but
oh yeah, the Chinese one.
Yeah, Us and Them. That was a great movie. And then you were doing your taxes over here, so you didn't get to watch it. But shit, we're supposed to watch that Japanese show. We should probably watch that later. I've been updating the site. We got a vlog up from the fucking Chronicles and Coffee thing.
That was super quick.
Yeah, so
it
was a really short vlog too, but I had to get stuff out there. Because anytime I post stuff now, there's always a comment like, "Oh, I missed this channel." Like, what do you miss? Like, there's still content going up. We're not like those daily vlogs that like non-car people do. I mean, people keep asking for daily vlogs, and it's a lot of work. But maybe we could just kind of step it up and do a little bit more shorter vlogs. Because people want to see like shop vlogs for some reason. Like they really like seeing people working on cars.
Well, people want to see that. You know, that's cool. Like I understand, but what do you want to do?
I mean, I don't mind doing shop videos, but half the time we're not doing anything.
That's true.
I can't make a video of me watching TV and then it's summertime too, so it's not like you're working on the cars like consistently outside. So
yeah, and if it is at night.
Yeah, and then at nighttime the video doesn't look nearly as good.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then like I don't think that many people want to see you put speakers into a 4-door Integra.
Right? Yeah.
So maybe when you start doing more stuff to the red car, we'll do more documenting of it on video and stuff, and we'll get that shit up there.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that I think will be interesting.
Yeah. And then it's like, nobody else is really working on anything over here. We're just kind of running a business and managing things, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's very boring, just like, you know, packing up orders, emailing people, and...
Yeah, day-to-day life is not very exciting here, so I don't think people really want to watch that.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Yeah, I've been working on the book some more, so...
Yeah?
I don't know what to do with the book now because it seems like I'm going to exceed like 100 pages, so...
Holy shit.
And then, like, with more pages comes the higher cost of printing and stuff.
Yeah.
And with like it grows exponentially, so I don't want to get to the point where the book's just like ridiculously priced.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I get that there's demand for it, but I also want to make things like realistic for people,
Yeah.
And like the first book was like $90, which I think is pretty reasonable for what people were getting out of it,
Yeah,
content wise. So like if the book's going to be like 100 something pages, then man, what are we going to do with that, So I don't want to use another printer because it's kind of like too risky.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the printer that we have now. And then I've kind of learned from the first book, like the things that I can kind of move around layout wise to make the book look even better.
Right.
So, I mean, shit. If it goes over 100 pages, I guess it would be better than cutting good content out of it, So I think maybe people will be willing to like spend that little bit of extra money to get a better book.
Yeah, I think that's like the kind of person who purchases, the kind of person who appreciates this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think can make that correlation fairly easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's like a once a year thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm fucking putting out like 6 books at one time or something. It's not like fucking Harry Potter. Like,
right. Well, I think Harry Potter was like once every 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because there's actually words in it. So
Yeah.
this one's gonna have more words, so it's gonna be a good one. So
Yeah.
I haven't decided how far I'm gonna take the words now, but if I've decided that I'm gonna just continue to grow the book with good content, then I might as well just put everything else into it and make it the best it can be. So
And you have plenty of time to work on it.
yeah. The scheduled release, I think I'm aiming for like around January of 2019 or around February, hopefully. Because if we're going to Japan again in January, then it might be kind of hard to do the book publishing around that same time.
Right.
Yeah, because I got to get the proof back and then make sure everything's right. And so I think that book's going to be pretty good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely not expect it to be not good.
I don't think it would be shittier than the first one,
Yeah.
It's just sophomore slump, People always expect the second one to be like, it's not as good as the first one. It's good, but it's not a movie, so it's a book.
Well, to be fair, though, a lot of people who say that about things,
Mm-hmm.
like movies, albums, like recording albums.
Yeah. It's all subjective, obviously. But...
It's because they're expecting something,
Mm-hmm.
and then their expectations aren't fulfilled.
Yeah.
But from the artist's perspective, there's a lot of personal growth. They refine their craft, possibly. I do realize that, at that point, once there is, once your work produces income, people want to jump in, recording companies want to do their thing and, make, all that stuff. I know there's a lot of complications, but,
yeah.
Not assuming that that's not the case, then I think,
the weight of expectation. I don't think that's that big of a weight though. So.
I don't know. I think you're well past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've exceeded all that stuff a while ago. So.
Yeah.
And it's all most of it. I mean, it's all photos from the past, so it's not like I progressively got shittier as a photographer.
Right.
And it's not like I only have enough good content for one book, So I think it'll be good.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like you're like scraping the bottom of the barrel for this one or anything.
It's not like I'm
stuff
fucking taking GoPro photos and throwing them in a book or anything, So.
Yeah. You're just progressing chronologically, right?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, I guess because obviously the next book will have more photos that I've shot probably recently,
right,
with a better camera, so the stuff's obviously gonna look better, And then this time around, I'm using different software too, so the software's been upgraded. So maybe, I think this stuff I've re-edited everything, all of my old stuff too, so I think it's gonna look really good.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then this time around, I'm gonna have you write the foreword, which is pretty interesting.
Oh crap! It's publicly announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have a lot of time still. So.
Yeah. I'll try to live up to the rest of the book.
Yeah. You have
my
the
section.
Freedom to write whatever you want, so it's fine. I trust you as a writer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't know what else I'm gonna do word wise. I don't know. Maybe I'll include some writings from the past or something good. And then...
Well, it's your book. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but, words just take up pages. And then I'd like the idea of having photo content in there, So...
Yeah?
Yeah. I think the rest of the year is going to dictate what content goes in the book, too. Because I went through all these photos and then I, separated into chapters and all that stuff, thinking that, I already had a complete book.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized that I'm still shooting for this year, So...
Right.
And if I get anything good, I'd like to put it in the book. So
realistically, maybe September, October of this year will be like the kind of like cutoff for material that you're going to be using.
Maybe, I don't know. Because even for the first book, I had photos from this year's January Japan trip, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm. So I was able to squeeze some stuff in there. But it's just a matter of layout and what I want and how I want the book to look. Because for this time around, I'm more interested in, instead of trying to put as much content in there as possible, like I did with the first one, because I had a lot of trouble trying to figure out how to squeeze everything in. I think this time around, I'm more worried about it or concerned with our artistic display and layout and how I want things to look, you know. So I'd rather do more full page photos than just like cramming 2 or 4 photos into one page just to maximize content. So
okay.
I think things just look better that way. So
just like the flow,
yeah,
so to speak.
Everything just, I think this time around the book will look much better. So
very cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting.
That is.
Mm-hmm. I think I should start preparing for the year 10 meet too.
yeah.
That seems to be like we're gonna in a blink of an eye. It's gonna be like October already, you know.
I know.
So
oh man,
I really wanted to do something big this year, but I can't decide what I want to do. I wanted to do like invite like specific people, older car guys who still have their cars that are like super nice, you know. Try to get them to go out, but man, it's kind of hard to convince people to come out for stuff these days. Especially with all this fucking takeover madness and all this stupid shit that's going on in the streets these days with people doing all kinds of dumb shit.
Right.
It's like kind of really giving car guys a bad name, even though we're not the ones that are actually doing it. It's just a bunch of stupid ass kids that want to be on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know. Like I was eating lunch with Robert Chu, you know, after the Chronicles and Coffee thing, and he's like afraid to drive his NSX anywhere. He says he doesn't even want to like have the car touch the street anymore because he's so worried about it, you know. And that's what it's getting to now for this point for like us actual true car guys that have cars that are modded. Like it's like difficult to drive on the street now, especially in the OC because they have that task force now too. So yeah, I mean, have you run into any issues driving from the house to the shop? No, right?
Nope.
Because I mean, the drive's not that far.
It's not.
I do get sketched out though because it seems like there's more cops around. But I think luckily now is maybe a good time that we're not in the OC anymore like we used to be.
Right.
Shop wise, because I think LA County is a little bit better, ironically enough, because you'd think that LA was more strict, but I guess particularly in this area too, they don't really worry about it. So, but it's stupid seeing all that stuff pop up like almost every weekend, dude. It's just like dumbass like Dodge Rams doing donuts in the street. So,
yeah.
I don't know. You would think that cops would be like, hey, we can differentiate between these cars and actual car guys, but they don't give a shit, you know? So.
Right. I mean, yeah, I understand that it's like, you know, to expect, you know, officers doing their job to know everything is, you know, unreasonable. That's like a very idealistic, you know, and and the thing, realistically, it's like
there's gotta be prejudices everywhere, you know, so with all types of things.
Yeah, it hasn't really changed, I think.
Yeah, everybody seems to be so worried about the task force thing, but I was like, dude, when I was growing up, like in the 2000s, like early 2000s, late 90s, doing car stuff, in San Diego, we had a task force just because the street racing scene was so crazy.
Right.
And people were getting pulled over left and right. It never stopped us, you know, so I guess there's just so many people and so many cars that you don't really worry about it. But I don't know, driving around sometimes I do get kind of sketched out when I do see a cop, but then I drive a station wagon, so...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's all that different. You know, I do drive a modified car on a daily basis, but it's not like it's not super flashy. It's definitely not a Mustang or like you know, like a rear-wheel drive sports coupe, like
it's
a
just like white,
or anything.
So it's like not that eye-catching.
It's just a white sedan.
Yeah,
and the wheels are dark colors, so you can't even tell that it's lowered that much.
I mean, you can pretty much tell that it's lowered because it's pretty low.
when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, like driving S13s daily, yeah, like this is not exaggeration. I would get pulled over 5 times a week.
I wonder how bad it would have been if you had lived down here at that time with all those S13s, because it probably would have been way worse.
But yeah, maybe I would have got pulled over 9 times a week. You know? It's Like, I understand it. Like, I'm not ignorant to the fact that, like, you know, some things may be illegal about the car. The car may catch somebody's attention more than, like, if it was completely stock.
Yeah.
I understand that. And it's like, and what? Like, I get repped, I get a fix-it ticket, the car gets impounded, worst case scenario.
The car's still stock, so...
Then, like,
relatively.
then what? It's like, I'll just buy another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because...
I mean, the car's $700, so yeah, I can just buy it.
I don't know, maybe it's just something you get used to. It's like, I remember the first time I blew an engine, like, I was, like, devastated. And then now it's like, okay, well, time to put another one together.
Bi-weekly occurrence.
No, it's not that often, but it's a lot less discouraging now, and it becomes almost part of, you expect it, and you're...
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
So
it's your, I guess you're... I don't know, it becomes okay.
Yeah, I think we're just fueled by paranoia these days everywhere because of social media and stuff, so
yeah, I mean, and like, no, don't get me wrong, like, I feel it, like, if I go on Facebook and see, like, all these, like, stock Chargers and Mustangs doing donuts on the street because some soccer team won or something, like, I get it, like, it's like, I can see how that would make the police focus more on cars than they do on, say, other aspects of their job. But that doesn't necessarily mean that my chances of getting in trouble, hassled, whatever, like, regardless of the extent of that trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know how much, the possibility has gone up.
Well, we also don't get out that much anyways, so we
Right.
have a pretty routine drive. We just come to work and then go home. So, like, right after I put my wheels on, like, my Advance, like, and then I wanted to kind of test the suspension out on the IS, so I was like, I'm going to drive through Little Tokyo and K-Town.
Oh, what the hell?
Because the roads are fucked there, So I just want to see how the car rode. That was fine. It was great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just took one afternoon on the weekend and I just kind of cruised everywhere.
Huh. That's balls.
What a great car. I mean, they're just RGs, so what are you going to do? Crack them and just get something.
Well, they're discontinued, and it's
Yeah.
not exactly a very, plentiful size or anything.
Yeah, but it's fine. I mean, you got to test it eventually. It's supposed to be a daily, so I got to drive it everywhere, right?
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I mean, I'm not going to drive it to San Jose or anything because it just seems like a waste. Because the car's terrible on gas. But
Yeah. I mean, the 5 is really not that bumpy, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really a...
Yeah, my drive home is like 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, me too. If I leave at, like, 2-ish, it'll be like, it's like 25 minutes.
You don't even get on the freeway, do you?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, depending on the time, it's just easier.
It just seems like you'd be closer than taking the street.
I think distance-wise, it is technically closer, but there's, like, a lot of lights and stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's also a higher probability of getting pulled over.
Yeah. On the freeway, it's just a straight shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I read a book.
Yeah, The Subtle Art, right?
Yeah, Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's like the first book I read in, like, let's see, how many years has it been since I read a book? Since I was forced to in, like, college.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
I don't read a whole lot of books. This crazy part of being a writer, I guess, is just like... I mean, I could probably be a really good writer if I read more books, honestly. But...
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, the book is great. I don't know if you haven't read it yet, right?
No.
Dude, it's really good. There's some really good anecdotes in there that, like, kind of relate to normal life stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the title is kind of misleading. It's just like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's not so much about not giving a fuck about anything. It's finding the right things to give a fuck about. So.
Yeah, that's not as intriguing
it's not as
of a
appealing.
title.
The Subtle Art of Giving a Fuck About Important Things.
Yeah.
But it's a great book. Like, if you're like, doesn't matter what age you are, like, the fact is that, like, sometimes we care too much about frivolous shit and, like, people that probably don't belong in our lives and bullshit like that, so it's kind of like a nice reset. Granted, we don't really give a fuck about that many things anyways, but, I think it's a helpful book if you want to, like, have a different perspective on life. So I keep recommending the book to everybody, and everybody just wants to, like, borrow my book, and I'm like, dude, this book is like $10 on Amazon. Just fucking buy the book. It takes 2 days to show up.
Yeah.
So I might just, like, start buying books for everybody and just spread them out.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just buying books for people. But then I always feel like if you buy people books, they're going to be like, man, what the fuck? Like, do you want me to read a book? Like, it's kind of an investment of time, So that's how I feel when people buy me books. I'll be like, man, now I got to read it because you're going to ask me about it later. like a verbal book report, so.
Just because somebody gets you something doesn't mean you're obligated to use it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
It'd be nice, though.
That kind of I think that kind of goes against the idea of giving a gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this is just something that I enjoyed. Here you go. Whenever you have time, maybe you'll get around to it.
Yeah.
It's no pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that...
It's a solid book, I'm just saying. So, if you have $10 or whatever to spare and you want to, expand your mind a little bit, definitely get it.
Maybe rethink who you're gifting these books to.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Why, you think people are going to take it the wrong way?
No, I mean, I don't know. If that's actually a concern, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't give them a book to begin with. Maybe get them something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of those stupid movies lately, I mean, granted, some of them are pretty good movies. One of my friends texted me today, and she was just like, hey, maybe you should write a screenplay about your life or whatever. What's been going on the last... I was like, I don't know if I'm good at writing screenplays.
Or just take parts of your life and, create a screenplay that would appeal to, a wide audience.
Like an autobiographical screenplay or, some sort of imaginary screenplay based on real life.
Autobiographical, huh?
Because, I mean, we can't make a movie out of it. It's not going to be that exciting.
You can, you could get an episode of Easy...
Yeah, right? Hey, that'd be pretty cool if I just wrote screenplays and we produce a little show out of it.
Or just pitch it to the people who already make the shows.
Yeah, Netflix seems to be handing out a lot of money right now, so...
Because, I mean, I know I definitely can't.
No? You don't think you have it in you to write a screenplay?
I don't think I have the willpower to go, what am I going to, it's no.
I think it's very different than writing what we normally write,
Well, I don't do much of that anymore either.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like it's something that I honestly think that it's a completely different, I guess, field of work.
Yeah.
That if I was gonna do it, I wouldn't want to half-ass it. So it would just be a complete career change, I guess, so to speak.
I imagine it would take years to do too.
Right, and it would take years just to understand what it takes to write a good screenplay, and then start writing, and then learning more, and then revising everything over and over. It's like a whole nother, what we've been doing for the last 10-15 years.
Yeah.
In order to effectively, I think. I don't know. Maybe to live up to your own potential while creating that potential takes a long time. And I know that I can't imagine the people who are writing screenplays now are just getting into it for fun and doing it on their spare time or anything.
Yeah,
that's their entire life.
I mean, I've been kind of thinking a lot about what I'm going to do after all this stuff too. So I figure I would have to continue some sort of career in writing or something because.
After what?
Say something happens and then I don't do this anymore, car stuff. I mean car stuff as in car stuff wouldn't be a job anymore. It would go back to just being strictly a hobby,
Uh-huh.
What would I do for income as a job? So I think I could be a pretty good sports writer. I could dive into that.
Yeah?
Because I'm pretty adept at understanding sports and personalities and people and stuff like that, so I might be cool. I don't think I could do any type of production stuff for screenplays, though. I don't think I have enough experience with that stuff. You can't just watch a lot of movies and be good at writing about movies, right?
I don't know, to be honest. But I think there's a lot of... I can't imagine there's a whole lot of creative freedom either. I understand,
I know.
The people who are able to... bring new ideas to the table, groundbreaking work, so to speak, even on a small niche aspect or niche part of that industry. I feel people who are able to work through all the politics really well.
Yeah.
And I think there's a whole nother dealing with large corporations with tons of liability and
yeah.
I think there's a whole part of that is just I don't know, I don't know, just talking about it, I fucking hate it.
You could always ask Sarah. Sarah's starting to get pretty adept at that stuff because she's producing a television show, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So her and her producer friends and stuff are putting together this Korean-American television show. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'd like to see where that goes.
I think it'd be really interesting to see, what she says about it all in a couple of years.
I'd really like to maximize her potential because I love it when she's focused and wants to do stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why we haven't been seeing a whole lot of Sarah lately because she's just been super busy. She's also playing a lot of Fortnite too, but we'll just put that aside. But yeah, the television show thing, it seems like a completely new world and completely different world than anything that we do. So maybe we'll see how her thing goes, and then we'll kind of see what life is like on that end eventually. I'm sure it'll be fun to talk about. Maybe we should bring Sarah in as a guest.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
You think so?
I think so.
You think you can have her sit down for like 40 minutes and talk?
Oh, we'd have to take her phone away first, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems fun. Everything is going well, I think. You know, finally the show season is starting to pick up, so there's going to be a shit ton of content coming.
Like the car show season, not the television show season.
No, the television show season is currently over. So
oh, really?
It's summertime. Yeah, summertime. They don't do any like. I mean, on Netflix they're still releasing stuff, but television-wise, they're not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
Sports stuff, basketball is done. You know, baseball is going on forever because it always does, and then football doesn't start until the fall.
Huh.
So yeah, things are gonna start getting pretty busy from like July until I want to say like November. So it's gonna be fun. Like this month of June almost felt like the month of January, where it just seemed like it dragged on for like forever.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude. Like January was so fucking long. So I mean, you're pretty busy. So I don't know. Things are picking up. We're gonna have a lot of exciting things to talk about, I'm sure, eventually. So.
Yeah, I think we can recap upon things that went on, and
yeah. July 4th is coming up, and then
oh yeah,
we usually do like a Independence Day barbecue at the shop, just for our friends and stuff, and they always tend to get incredibly wild. So
right.
So we'll see how it goes this year. I mean, I don't want to do a theme like we used to do a theme like we'd make people dress up and stuff, and then do all kinds of stupid shit. But then it's like. We just kind of busy now, and then especially this year because we're doing like the thing like in the middle of the week, because July 4th is in the middle of the week, and I think people have to work still, so I wouldn't expect people to just be all dressed up after work to come to a barbecue.
Yeah, we'll just make it a little more chill.
Yeah, like hopefully nobody gets in trouble, nobody almost dies, nobody gets evicted. Fingers crossed. I think it'll be fun.
No, I'll make sure.
Yeah,
because there's no way, I can't.
Yeah, we can't possibly get kicked out of this place.
From a financial standpoint, that's it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm more concerned about the air conditioning because
uh-huh.
We've only been able to survive. I don't understand how we did it before at the old shop with no AC during the summertime.
I have no fucking idea, man.
But I would literally if nobody was at the shop and you weren't coming in or whatever, I would just sit in my underwear the whole day because that's how hot it was at that shop.
I remember very well how hot it was there.
Yeah, so
it was insane.
It was like a furnace, dude. You could just sit inside and just sweat your ass off.
I have no idea how we did that.
Yeah. Hey man, life. It's like an upward climb, so things progress. So we don't have to go back to that type of life anymore. So
yeah.
Now we just have AC on at night and stuff, and then power bill goes crazy, but whatever.
Let's pay for
it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Other than that, I think that's all that's been going on lately. Anything else? All right.
That's about it, really.
Business is good.
Business is good. I think it's better than last year, but it's hard to say.
Life is cool. So.
Huh?
Life is good.
Well, life is good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a continuing learning process this year, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. We'll try to make things more exciting next time. For now, that's a wrap on this episode. Let's
go
watch our Netflix show now.
Okay.
Later.